Women are very hard on men about being bald. And literally...
I've met someone who's afraid of bald people.
Really?
They're afraid of them. It's just like, it freaks them out. Hello and welcome back to the Croak and Crow podcast. I am your boy, Spencer Cardia.
I am Berenice the Fourth.
Not the third, not the fifth, the fourth. And this here is Frank, looking averagely normal. Looking as normal as it gets. Looking good. That's for sure. What's up, guys? It's been a whole day since I saw you last, and a day too many. Sometimes I wish I saw you guys more than once a day.
If we had just a running...
If maybe we had old videos that you probably haven't seen. Well, you could see me more than once a day.
That's right.
So check out the old videos if you haven't already. We've been doing this for over a year.
Yes.
Wow. You know what they say? 10,000 hours makes you an expert at something?
Right.
30 minutes times... We're not there yet, but we'll get 10,000 hours one of these years. Anyhow, what's going on? It's October 14th.
Isn't that a song? 10,000 hours and 10,000 more.
Yeah, something like that. It's October 14th.
Yes, Thursday, October 14th.
Do you know what national holidays it is? Because I do.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you know them?
No, not today.
You're lying?
No, not today.
It's National Dessert Day.
Ah.
So it's not National Cheesecake Day. It's not National Apple Strudel Day.
Anything you want.
It's National Dessert Day.
Anything you want.
So I thought maybe we could share our favorite desserts.
Oh, I would love to do that. My favorite dessert. I'm not really a dessert person. Yesterday I had mochi balls, which I did like.
Okay.
They were gluten-free, and I had the s'mores.
I'm not a dessert person either.
Right.
But there's some few exceptions I make.
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, there's no except. You don't have, like...
Of course, but I...
back when you could still have gluten, maybe.
I'm on the spot. Well, when I could have gluten, I love Tasty Cakes.
What was your favorite?
The chocolate cake. The vanilla cake with the chocolate icing. And it has, like... It's like a big square.
Yes, I do.
And it has chocolate frosting in between, and on top it's like a little piece of cake.
I'm a butterscotch crimpet guy.
They were great. I love jelly crimpets.
Yeah, but that's not my top tier. I'm pretty torn. I'm torn and I'm not torn. I might be able to sneeze.
That was so alarming.
How do podcasters not sneeze?
I don't know.
Do they have like a no dust in their studio?
I wonder.
Do we have a dusty studio?
I think we might.
Maybe we should hire someone to dust it. Do people still use dusters, or are those known to be all old fashioned? Like, you know, the duster?
Well, with the Swiffer, it sort of collects the dust, supposedly, instead of flying it everywhere.
Which just knocks it in the air.
Duster. You ever see when the landscaper is using the leaf blower to...
And just blowing
He's just blowing it into the street, and then he's hoping that the cars disperse.
Yeah. We've talked about this before. Yeah.
So that's what it does. That's what a feather duster would do. But the Swiffer has some sort of magnetic, polish or something on it. So it collects it, and then you have to, I guess, work hard to re-release it, or you get a new one. I don't know.
And that's why this episode's brought to you by Swiffer. Wet jet.
Well, this isn't a wet jet, but...
Where was I at with that?
You were sneezing, but before that, you were like, I'm going to reveal my best dessert.
Okay, so my best dessert. If I am making it... I'm going to go like this. I'm going to give you 3 categories, and then the last one is going to be... Okay, if I'm making something from scratch, real scratch, it's going to be brownies.
Oh, yeah.
Love brownies.
I love brownies. Not everyone's, but I do love brownies. If it's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, there's so many different kinds of brownies. Like, I don't like cake. So if it's a cakey brownie, I don't like when they throw the chocolate chips in them. No. Because I'm not like a huge chocolate person. But if I'm making my brownies, I can make them fudgy and condensed and delicious. Give me brownies all day. If I am making it pre-made, but still baking it myself, I'm going to take Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. Throw them in the oven, roll up balls, throw them in the oven.
Oh, not even the break aparts. You roll them.
Yeah, I like the tubes.
The tube of...
tubes. Yeah. Because then you can eat it. The break aparts, like, you feel bad eating one.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Because it's like, I'm eating a whole square. But the tubes is like, Well, there's just
the tube is softer too, right? I mean, pre-cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I am just going out to get a dessert, so this is like those I can crush a couple brownies, corner pieces only. Don't at me.
I think everyone agrees with that.
No, they don't.
Really?
I have found so many people.
Well, then that's a match made in heaven.
I know. Yeah, right. No, I sorry, I'm just getting a little heated. I have met people, more than one, who say, corners? You're welcome to my corners, because those are the ones I don't eat.
Who are they?
Scumbags. Atheists, probably. Where was that?
You're at a high-end restaurant at this point, I think.
No, I'm not at a
bakery. I don't know. You left
it's not high-end.
You left the DIY.
It's not a high-end. It's not a crazy restaurant. But with that being said, if I'm going out and I'm getting something that... Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Brownies, I can crush them.
Yeah.
Those cookies, I'll eat 24 to the face. If I'm just getting one dessert, one like bite for bite, it's the best. And that is a cinnamon bun from Cinnabon. Ah!
Okay.
So good.
Yeah. Magical,
even. This is a Christian podcast. Everybody in life, you find something, and it's like, that's... If there's such a good thing on earth, and heaven is
like
so much
a newborn baby or
and
something.
so much and heaven is so much better than earth. You know, love on earth is great. So imagine love in heaven. Cinnabon, how can it be that?
How can it get better? How
can there be a place? My mouth is watering. That is better than a cinnamon bun.
You're talking to someone who's gluten free and who can't enjoy that anymore.
I'm on a diet, so I can't enjoy it either.
But I'm with you. And are you a purist? So you can only have the big. Can you have the little one?
Do you know what?
What?
I'll tell you. I went to the Renaissance Fair the other week, and on the way there, we stopped for treats and goodies. My friend went in and said, "I'm going to Cinnabon. Would you like something?" And me being like, "I'm still on a diet," and I've done this the last few times I've gone to Cinnabon.
Okay.
I get the long strip that give you like the very mini rolls.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
Little poppers.
It's still good?
It's still good, but because it's been so long, the friend, I said, let me get a bite. And it's different, right? I had a bite of the authentic cinnamon bun from Cinnabon.
Yeah. Because it's different when you unroll it, because it's that nice thin strip.
I'm going to scream.
It's just like full-size Reese's peanut butter cups and the smaller Reese's peanut butter cups. Yes. Good, but it's just different.
It's the proportions, the way it cooks through. The inside's kind of that softer cinnamon. There's other holidays today. The other holiday is Bald and Proud, I think.
Bald and Proud?
Bald and Proud.
I don't know why. This is interesting, okay? This is really interesting. And women give men a hard time.
Are you skipping over the Bald and Proud?
No.
Okay.
Women give men a hard time by saying you have unrealistic expectations about women's bodies or mostly their bodies, but it's just whatever, right? And men are bad and men are this and men are that. Men are unrealistic. I was in church and I was sitting in the very last pew. That's my place. And I was looking at the men, all in front of me, and you're supposed to take your hat off in church.
Yeah.
So some people, maybe some guys didn't have their hats off, but most had their hats off. And it was mostly older men. Church, young kids really don't go to church, but there were people who weren't very old, all the way to old. Anyway, the vast majority of men sitting in the pews, including the priest, all had male pattern baldness.
Yeah.
All.
Every single one.
Right? Yeah. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking and, exactly, not even shaved, it was just like the kind of the monk's thing. And I was looking and I was thinking like, it's so prevalent. It's so normal.
Yeah.
It's such the way that the head ends up for a man. How interesting that in 2021, it's shameful.
Yeah.
It's just something that you fight against.
You fight it
so hard. And also if the majority don't have hair, weird that the minority of the men who because not everyone does have it, right? So I did see some people who were older and had a thick head of hair.
Yeah.
But you make that the ideal.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It is.
So your thing today is bald and proud.
Bald and proud.
I think you should absolutely
bald and beautiful.
Absolutely be bald and proud.
Frank showed off. Bald and proud.
You should absolutely be bald and proud because.
Oh wait. Unfortunately, I have a beautifully
smushed.
What's the what'd you say? When unobtainable.
Yeah.
An unobtainable head of hair. Look around. Should I give him a 360?
Spencer. So that wouldn't go with today. You know what I mean? That would be.
And I hide my hair in shame. Isn't
I know
that
you
crazy?
do. I would have hair and proud, but bald and proud.
Hairy and proud.
Hairy and proud. It's such a weird thing that you'd have to remind people to be proud of something that's just absolutely and totally normal.
Well, I think that's what today's about. I think the whole idea of this holiday is the taking away the shame of being baldness, but being bald. And yeah, I mean, I agree. There is a lot of things that we need to work towards of stop making unrealistic goals, right? But how do I put this in a way that's delicate? There are some things that we see with men and women of like, the ideal man, right? Like the ideal man, the ideal woman. The man has 6-pack abs. The woman has a flat stomach. Now, even with that, there is a false assumption. I mean, not a false assumption. There is this very gray line of like a healthy, in shape person,
right?
And then it's like you consider someone who doesn't look like that, like, oh, you aren't living the healthiest lifestyle. Not saying that's true. There's so many different genetic dynamics and all these different little things. But like you said, something like hair loss, it's nothing even like in the sense of, like
you could have worked harder to keep that hair.
When you look at your husband and you're like, can't you get in shape?
Why'd you let yourself go? Yeah.
Why'd you let yourself go? It's like, why'd you let your hair fall out?
Right. And you just reminded me that I never even finished my thought, which was, I said women say men are hard on women, and it's like we can't do it. I never finished that women are very hard on men about being bald, and literally,
I've met someone who's afraid of bald people.
Really?
They're afraid of them. It's just like, it freaks them out.
Yeah, and if you talk to the majority of females, they'll say like, he's losing his hair. Obviously, if you go probably way later into the dating pool, like say you're talking about people in their 50s, they would be like, there'd probably be no problem with it.
Yeah, it's like saying they have gray hair.
Yeah, but people, males do start to lose their hair in high school.
Yeah.
So I guess at the end of puberty, going into their 20s. And then of course, along the way, you just keep losing the guys, I meant, not the hair, but to baldness. And yet, girls are so hard on them.
Girls, you're so mean.
Girls are so hard. Let me even go a step further.
Okay. Shout out girls, though.
Yesterday was the girls' day.
It was the girls' day.
So too bad for them today. They're so hard on guys to the point that when guys try to remedy it, you can get these. You
get made fun of for wearing a toupee.
A toupee, and it's like toupee is like an old word. Like now they have like, I don't know, hair restoration caps or whatever they have. Yeah. They have tattooing. You can get tattooed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Girls are harsh about that. Oh, do you know he did what?
Yeah.
He did it for you.
Oh, he has a hairpiece. Can you imagine if like guys did that about like makeup? Like
about anything.
Oh, wow. Like, what does her face look like? She's wearing makeup.
Men are appreciative. They're like, oh, she got a push-up bra. She's not really a double D. You know what I mean?
Christian podcast.
She got hair. Double David. She got she got hair extensions. He doesn't care. Mostly, like we're talking about regular, just average, but he doesn't care that her eyelashes are fake. Girls are hard. They're like, that's not his real hair. Or even like some guys get it surgically fixed. And he had that. He is doing that obviously because of an insecurity in society to show the real fact that my hair has come out and I was lucky enough to live to an age to see it happen. I didn't die in childhood.
Yeah. So you know what we say? We say, go to heck, you women who judge men with baldness. Because today is bald and proud, and we will stand up. I will be the leader.
Take out the razor and shave your head.
In solidarity.
You should have shaved your head on this podcast.
Nah, I like my hair.
Speaking of hair, this
what if I
scarf is not.
What if I shave my head in solidarity, but then it just never goes back?
Never go back. That's what everyone's afraid of.
But you know what? I would be proud.
You should be.
And I would remember every year on October 14th to stand up to the mean women and other men. You know what? Let's say something because you came at the women, and that's okay because we gave them enough praise yesterday.
Yeah.
But other men too. I remember.
Are hard on balding men.
I remember growing up in high school and college where you would see the people that were balding first. The other guys would be like,
right.
Ha ha, look at him. You're balding. Ha ha.
I remember Prince...
rubbing their head and like, it's my reflection.
I remember Prince Harry in England. He used to make fun of his older brother, Prince William. You're losing your hair. You're losing your hair. And now Prince Harry's losing his. Guess what I just realized? We're being super sexist right now.
Why?
Because women go bald too.
Women go bald too.
There are bald women.
Women, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's less prevalent.
Balding, like or hair thinning.
Hair thinning, but I mean, there's alopecia or whatever. Yeah. You could be completely bald. It's less prevalent. Number one, so that's why we didn't think of it. We're not really sexist. I was joking. No. But number two, it's not as upsetting for a girl to wear a scarf, a hat, a wig. Right?
Yeah.
A man, he doesn't have those options.
No.
He has a baseball hat, a beanie, maybe. But like I said, you go to church, you got to take your hat off.
You know what?
You go to a nice restaurant, you can't walk in with a hat if you're a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a girl,
yeah,
she can wear whatever.
Hey, but do you know what?
Bald and proud.
Bald and proud. And I wonder about this. We'll have to get into the topic of the day soon. But,
I know.
And I think I actually think it's a good look on men.
Yeah.
To have facial hair and be bald.
Okay.
And I feel like all bald men have facial hair. Now I can't grow.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true.
Really?
No.
I feel like most men are able to at least grow facial hair if they're bald, which seems strange to me because I'm like, how do you have hair on your face? But I can't grow facial hair, which leads me to believe I'll never go bald.
I don't know. If I could go, that sounds so unscientific for starters.
No, it's because they say all the hair from your head goes to your face.
Listen, I want to say something right now, and it's going to be against what you just said. So don't get upset.
You like beard, no beard.
I like a baby, like a newborn baby boss. No, I wasn't going to. Mr. Clean. Yeah. I wasn't going to say that. This is what I was going to say. I also want to take away the statement, like that he is handsome enough to be bald, or he can be bald because he has a beard. Bald is beautiful day. I feel if you don't even have a jawline, you can be bold and proud. If you know what I'm saying, like, because a lot of people say that, like, even girls who shave their heads or naturally, or if they have to, they'll go, well, she's so pretty, she can be bald. Everyone can be bald.
Everyone can. You know what? I have the same bone to pick, but not with bald. With a bald face. Okay. I don't like when girls are, I see on TikTok and stuff where the guy shaves. And like it's like,
you need hair.
And
yeah, you're right.
And which insecurity about that, like they might think they have a weak chin or something.
Right.
You know what? Men and women who are dealing with lack of hair anywhere on your above the shoulders or anywhere, you be proud. Who needs hair? Why do we still have hair?
If you really think about
why do we still
valuing
have hair?
Just these shedding cells,
I am not dealing with harsh winters anymore.
No.
I don't need my eyebrows. I don't need my hair.
No.
I don't need my leg hair or my arm hair. I am not an animal. I'm a man.
Don't judge someone. Yeah, but can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
In the future, they used to judge people by how much hair they had.
Yeah.
Why? Was it a form of currency?
I bet in the future.
We're just like, okay, I didn't even know this would be the podcast.
Yeah. I bet in the future aren't we gonna genetically isn't the whole point
the naked mole rat?
Isn't the whole point of male the genetic of male pattern baldness being the fact that we don't need hair anymore?
Right.
We're not trudging through the ice age.
It's crazy. You know what? Like I said, we're really off. We went off the rails here with this, but you're making me think. How crazy is crazy appropriate anymore? I don't even care. How
it has to be appropriate because you can't call a person who has some what would be deemed as crazy.
What are we doing? What are we doing? How confused are we? How mixed up are we? That there's parts of your body that you better go get it lasered off.
Yeah,
you better go get it waxed off. You better get that bald, or else you're you're unattractive. But in other parts of your body, you better have a lot.
Yeah,
you better have a lot, or you're unattractive.
Yeah.
Hello, people. Please
wake up.
Please
wake up.
Wake up.
You're in a simulation.
Wake up, humans.
Exactly.
Wake up.
It's like it's so pick and choosy.
It's so pick and choosy. And who picked and choosed it?
Who picked and chose it? You tell yourself that.
Say,
why do I even like hair? I say everyone who watches this podcast, let's all cut our hair off.
Right. But then,
or
what about all the hairy people? Then they'll feel sad. I just say be happy with what you have.
Just be happy with what you have. But if you're bald, especially,
today is for you.
Today is for you. Yes, and Frank he's been real quiet, but this is really helping him because he's been really insecure to take this hat off and hood.
Yeah, you're right. He's been because he didn't always used to cover his hair.
No,
his
he used
to
show off but it was one comment. I said, "Hey, Baldy."
But he's good now.
He's proud now.
Yeah.
Aren't you, Frank?
All right.
It doesn't just like the
smack
the back of a bald person's
head. It is more
head.
smackable, yeah.
Something about just seeing that shine. How do bald people get their head shiny?
Shiny?
You ever see
it's just like skin anywhere. You could put on like moisturizer.
Is that what they do?
I don't know any bald people.
You don't know any bald people?
No.
I'll introduce you to a few on Bald Proudness Day. Because I feel like the biggest thing is exposure therapy.
I'm not afraid of bald people.
Remember when I told someone, I said, I have someone who's afraid of bald people? I know someone. I have a friend who's afraid of bald people. But I don't know. Like, in my mind, I always imagined, do you know like car buffers? I imagine like there's like a mini buffer and like buff their head.
No. They don't do that.
Mm.
But it's just it's like an elbow. It's just another part of a body that God has made. And you can take care of it and you can do what you want and you can do anything you want to, decorate yourself or change or improve or whatever. But don't get so tied up with it.
Yeah. Don't get so tied up with it. It's, you know what? You know what's bald and proud is your soul.
Yeah.
That's what I say about that. And that's what lives forever.
That's right.
You know what? What is hair?
Cells?
Let's get into it.
Some kind of...
It's dead cells.
Keratin or...
Something. He always says dead cells, but like... I don't know how that works. Like, it's purposeful. Like, when I think of dead cells, you think of like your body getting rid of it. But it's like your body is using the dead cells then for a purpose.
I don't know. Why do you say that?
Hair, nails, don't they have the same thing?
Yeah, well, it's growing from the root, but as it comes down here, I mean, that's why you can cut it because it's not alive.
Well, none of it's alive.
It doesn't have any science that we can talk about it.
You know what?
It does have science, but we don't know it.
No, there is no science.
There's no science. No one has ever investigated it.
To this day, scientists are stumped.
No one has that.
On the fact that where hair comes from.
No.
Like, I don't know. Oh my! You watched 30 Rock, right?
Yeah.
There's in 30 Rock. Check it out. It's an old show. I'm sure you watched it, but there's a Dr. Spaceman, and he just always is saying like the wackiest stuff.
Right.
And the girl's on a diet, and she's like, he comes over, he's like, did you know actually humans aren't humans want to eat, but they're actually not required to. They actually don't have to. Whatever. That's funny.
Yeah, no, he does a lot of that. If only we had the science to prove it. But we don't.
Yeah.
So he does say that. He's really funny. He's from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. How do they get so many celebrities? Literally like the smallest character. I think I just saw Steve Buscemi in the last episode I watched.
Because Tina Fey had already been a writer for SNL before she made it. And so she was already like so, connected.
Yeah.
I saw that. SOI. Do you know what SOI means? No. It's like a business term. It's a hot term of the day. I saw somebody wrote
Secretary of.
No, they're like, I have. I'm so happy that I've made it because I started out with no SOI, and I'm like, what
Security of income.
No, and I'm thinking, is it the whole thing? NOSI. I looked it up. It's sphere of influence.
Sphere of influence.
Yeah. So this person who had wrote it was like, it was really hard for me because I had no SOI at the time.
So that means like you don't know anybody.
Yeah. But I'm thinking Tina Fey had a very big sphere of influence.
Okay.
And she was able to pull from. And then
at that point. But she didn't grow up with SOI, did she?
When she started, I'm sure that's how she even started 30 Rock. No,
that's what I'm saying. But she was already on like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm saying she grew. It would sound like you were saying like Tina Fey.
No.
Lucky her.
I'm sure she was just a regular person who
She's local.
Yeah. So, but I'm guessing you wanted to talk about Dessert Day because you were watching the baking show.
The Great British Bake Off. I was a baker right? And I want to be on that show. Like, I don't even bake anymore. That show just makes you want to bake.
That's hysterical.
I feel like I should bake more. And I'm going to tell you why. I feel like I'm good at it in the sense of, who is it? Mary Bell?
Mary Berry?
Mary Berry? Is it that like?
She's not on the newest
Okay,
ones.
maybe who's on the newest ones? Like, she's another old lady. Prue.
Yeah, I don't know her last name.
And she said, I always say, if you can follow instructions, you can bake. And I've baked and I've cooked in separate capacities. What excites me so much about baking is it's so much technicality.
Yes.
With creativity on top. It's,
right.
It's the root of it is technicality.
Right.
And then the cover all is beauty. And you know what's so funny about that is cooking, I feel like, is the complete opposite. I feel like you need to have a layer of technicality to know how to cook. But I feel like cooking's an art.
Right.
Cooking's a...
Listen.
You do what feels right, you do what tastes right. And I feel like the way my mind... I'm not done, sir. I feel like the way my mind works...
Yeah.
It's what helped me in the baking when I was doing it is I feel like I am that more technical first.
Right.
And then so I got to get back into baking. I wish I had like a
so
platform.
I have so much because you said so much. Number one,
First of all, guys, if you look at the time at the bottom,
it's going to be a longer podcast.
No, today's going to be a fun Friday, and Friday will be a walkthrough Thursday.
Okay.
And we're going to flip flop.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're here first.
Hey. Okay. So quickly, Fanny Farmer. I was Fanny Farmer yesterday. Just to let people know who didn't research her, and I haven't written that description.
I put the photo up of her.
You put the photo up, but I didn't put the description. Fanny Farmer was from whatever hundreds, 1800s or something, and she was what you were just saying for cooking, first person. So there were cookbooks, and it was like put in this, put in that. She was the first person to say what a level cup was, what a level tablespoon was, and she was extremely serious about the measurements and how that they would be followed. And that's why it was so incredibly helpful and sustained for so long. That's number one. Number two, the Great British Bake Off. You said you didn't want to watch it or something. I just saw a little thing like on Instagram or something, and it said when it first came out,
the entire show?
Yeah. When this whole idea first came out, this guy was like, or I don't even, guy or girl, I don't know. It was like, why in the world would I want to watch randos baking? And it's like, now I think it's season 9 or something, 10, 11, 14. I don't know what it is. And it's like, now I'm like, Linda, if you don't put that Genoese cream on that sponge cake, you're ruined.
Yeah. It's so, I don't know what it's so, I wish, you know what? I kind of wish I watched the show before I was working in the bakery, because I feel like I would have, I don't know if anything would have changed. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy the way I did it, because then I feel like it would have been too inorganic at the bakery. I would have felt like,
true.
Oh, look at me, I'm on the Great British Bake Off. When I did my working in a bakery first, and now watching it, it's like I feel like I'm a little bit a part of the action. Well,
let me give you one more recommendation for dessert day. Netflix, a show called Baking Impossible.
Oh, like Mission Impossible?
Yeah, but it's brand new, one season. And if you think that baking is fun because it's scientific formulas, Baking Impossible is what they call baconeers, which is bakers and engineers.
Oh,
they make I think
I might have seen, I might have put it on when I was like in bed one night.
It's a competition, and it's teams, one baker, one engineer.
Yeah.
So the cake has to like be a car and it has to move.
Yeah, it has to like do crazy, or like be like structurally supportive.
And it is a spin-off of the Great British Baking Show, because the one judge, the Irish guy, he was on
Which one?
The Irish guy. He has red hair, and the judge.
I only know the guy with the super blue eyes.
No, you're thinking of he was a contestant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a contestant.
Wait, the one that was a terrible baker?
I can't remember. He was from Northern Ireland.
I don't know.
Okay. And he's now on Baking Impossible. Check it out. It's baking and engineering together for dessert day.
Check it out. All right, guys. That's been a podcast. It's been, you know what? It was meant to be a walkthrough Thursday.
The Holy Spirit said take it easy.
But you know what? Hey, we talked about the double B's today.
Yeah.
Baking and baldness. Baking? Desserts and baldness. Well, desserts are baked.
Yeah.
Are any desserts not baked?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
It was Dave and
They
Buster's.
do have baked ice cream
D&B's.
at like the county fair. Don't they have fried ice cream?
Gross. That's been it. It's been fun. So tomorrow, I apologize to all you who are waiting for a Bible verse. It'll be here tomorrow. In the meantime, go read your own Bible verse and then send it to us. And next week we'll do it. All right? Sign works. Whatever. We'll see you tomorrow for Walk Through Friday. Peace.
Walk